What is up, guys? Welcome into our little program here. Another garage video for you. Again, my 2020 Pro XP fixing another problem. Since we've been riding, we've always ran whip lights, not because we've ever been to a dune. We mostly run it because it makes it easier to follow. Halfway through our last Tennessee trip, mine fell off on a trail.
That's not what I remember.
They fell off. So today, I'm gonna take everything I've learned over the last couple years of being a YouTube mechanic, and I'm gonna repair these whips back to like they were when they were new. There you go. Let her go. Dude, she'll hold. She'll hold. Not everyone likes their whips like straight up and down. Some people like them angled like this. So I kind of like it. This will give me more clearance for going under branches too, which is why my original ones fell off. Dude, she's on there. See?
Looks good.
It does. So what we're really doing today is whips. We're just not repairing the ones that fell off my machine. EcoXGear reached out asking if I'd be interested in testing out a set of their whips. So I said, yes, let's do it. Pretty much right away. We already have a soundbar from them on my machine, and it's awesome. So I like them. I like that company. I like their product. It's good stuff. So here it is. 2-foot extreme whips with a 4-zone controller. I've already got the box emptied, so there's more boxes within the box. So let's take a look, see what we get with it. So we obviously get 2 whip lights. And within that box, we get a bag. The whip itself, they give you some little orange flags that dude's jealous about. And they came with the little flag holders. We made some of these for our previous whips, and they work out good. And I know companies sell stuff like this, so these come with that already. Everything real nice construction. They feel super sturdy. So the first thing we noticed, the base of the magnet on this, it's keyed. And so is the cup, so it doesn't spin in there like the other ones do. Get your extension for the whip. Let's see. I don't know, 8-10 feet, something like that. And then this is just going to be the other side. Everything is nicely packaged. And then here's the 4-zone controller. Which is this piece here. You already got some Velcro on the back if you want to mount it that way. They got their power lead. If you run anything from EcoXGear, you'll probably recognize this plug. That's how the soundbar is. They got a lead here if you want to set up the whips to work with your turn signals or brake light. We're not going to do any of that, but it does come ready to do that if that's something you're looking to do. And then you have a remote wire for your ignition source, so this doesn't stay on. And then you have 4 outputs for lights. 2 of them, zone 3 and 4, that's your right and left whip light. And then they also make strip lights that work with this setup. So you could do like underglow or put a strip in your interior or something like that, and you can have it work off of this. Another bag. This will just plug in here, go straight to the battery. The purple wire, this is an extension for that blue remote wire to run up to a switch or your ignition. Last thing in the box is their remote. It's really nice, just like the soundbar. And you get this little rubber guy to protect it. So something like that. And that's everything that comes with the kit. I was looking at this a little bit, and the capabilities seem pretty intense. You can control it, the colors and the mode and all that off this remote, but like most other whips, they have an app. So if you're not finding what you want on here, you can go on the app and get it there. I read a little bit, and it seems pretty crazy. It seems pretty unique. I don't know if the other brands do it or just don't advertise it, but I guess the patterns that you make, the whips do, like the way the lights come down and go up and change colors, I guess you can kind of design your own on the app. Really, I'm probably just going to run a solid color. Like I said, we mostly use these just for following, so I'll pick a color and use it. But once it's installed, we'll play with it a little bit. But yeah, they got different zone buttons. It's seems to be a lot you can do with these. It's pretty cool. Thick book with detailed instructions on how to install these. I did notice in the instructions, they give you the instructions on how to do it for multiple different scenarios. Whether you're running it to a switch box, to a switch, you know, just whatever situation you're in on wanting to install these, they got you covered in the instructions on how to do it properly. I like how the kit's laid out, just like the soundbar, the wiring, everything seems really well thought out, and I appreciate that. Gotta have the fuse. Yep, they give you the fuse, thank God. So even though these look really good and really custom, we're gonna pull these off. I'm hoping since these are shorter, maybe they won't fall apart like these. And maybe, once again, I don't know the order that these videos are gonna come out, but anytime we do wiring, dude's colorblind, so we let him pick which colors of wire we cut. It's gonna be a little warm today, so I apologize in advance for having to watch sweaty, hairy men work on a machine. Sorry.
Oh my lord, I am sorry.
So first we're gonna install the little cups that hold them. They're keyed. Son of a bitch. Well, the way it's keyed, the flag's already kind of like out this way, so we're just gonna have the name facing out. Just gotta find that washer now. Dude made me drop it. Right after he broke my original whips.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Dude found it, which is good. He dropped it, he found it.
Saved the day.
Everything's good now. Stick them in there now. Just like that. We got the easy part of the install done. We mounted them. Mine already had tabs, so it was nothing at all. If you guys have nothing and you're doing something like this, you might have to get like a mount kind of like this. You can pick different angles. Yeah, it just depends how you want to mount it. So next up is gonna be wiring, and I think we're gonna hook up the extensions and kind of run the wires neatly and see how far we can get towards the cab, and then that'll kind of dictate where we mount the controller box. This guy here, we have plenty of cable. This is gonna probably be pretty close to the battery anyways. I think this is like 8 feet. pop in here, do a little update on where we're at. There should be some time-lapse footage so you can kind of see what's going on. But I'll show you exactly what is going on and what we're doing next. So we ran the leads for the whips up here, ran them through here. We got the box here. Yes, it's zip tied on. Is there better ways of doing that? Sure is. But, you know, about a quarter of my body panels are zip tied on, so we're going to continue to zip tie things together on this. We have everything tucked up, everything hooked up, except for the power lead and the remote. So the power lead, we're going to hook up here. I like to put things in harness tape just to help protect the wire, but we're going to run that down here and just kind of run it through here straight to the battery. And then dude went ahead, he already started running the remote wire, and that's here, and that's gonna run kind of the same. It's gonna run through here, and we'll get it all tucked up in here nicely. It's gonna run through the tunnel, and then that will be hooked up to a switch, a rocker switch for the whips. So we'll have a bus bar lead going to the switch, and then instead of the power out of the switch going to, you know, your main source of power for the whips, it goes to that remote wire. So that's kind of how we're doing it here. If you're looking to do a setup like this, they don't come with the switch, so that's something you would have to get separately because it's not something you necessarily have to do. Here's my switch. It's got a silhouette of my 3rd grade teacher dancing on a pole. Alright, we got the whole EcoXGear whip project all buttoned up. They work. We did it correctly. This one is a little different because you turn the key and then you hit the switch, and then there's a light that comes on the box. But on the other sets, they would turn on at this point.
Light.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
So there's that light that turns on the box. So that means if it's blue, it's connected.
No, it just went to green.
Or yeah, blue when it starts, green when it's connected. But then you got your little remote and this all button. You hit that, and then that green little flashing light turns on. You probably can't see because it's light out, but they turn on. And now if you turn the key off or the switch off, it shuts them off. But if you turn it back on, you do have to hit the power button on the remote again. That's it's not a big deal. I'll just have to get used to that because the setup before, you can just hit the switch on and off and it turns the whips on and off. We'll show you more on the lights when it's dark out. One thing I'm pretty excited about is this. You probably can't even tell on camera because it's too light out, but they're orange. And if you've watched videos on this channel, you probably know that dude, this guy here, he likes his orange. He's got his 50 Shades of Orange Pro XP. Unfortunate for him, his whip lights don't do orange. So, you know, this is nice. We shut them off, and before we fast forward to tonight and show you some of the different colors and features, I just want to show you guys this because this is a cool feature I forgot to show. So let's say you got to unplug it, take your whip off because you don't want them on for a trip, or like me, I got to take them off to get in the garage. They already have these little caps that go on, which is awesome because the previous ones did not, and we bought these like little rubber caps to go on, but all the connections on this entire kit that are like this already have this. So it's just a nice little feature because if you do go somewhere, you don't have your whips, and you get it all dusty and muddy, these connections get real nasty. So just a cool little feature. Alright, we'll fast forward too tonight when it's dark. Alright, well here they are at night. There's a lot of different things you can do with them. You can make them bounce to music. I haven't really figured any of that stuff out yet. So we just have them on orange in honor of dude not being able to do orange on his. So, you know, that's what I'm going to run for right now with the orange flags they provide.
Yeah, you would.
You can see he's a little salty, but he'll get over it. Like I said before, these are a real simple install depending on how well you want to run the wires, but it's all pretty easy. They lay it out nice with the wiring, just like the soundbar. So that's the EcoXGear 2-foot whip lights with the 4-zone controller. Like I said before, I have the link in the description below. So I haven't fully figured out all the different controls. They do a lot of stuff like bounce to music, and I got some of the buttons on the remote I can hit and they start doing different things. And if you go on the app, you can make your own little programs to how the lights move, and you can see that one is doing something different. It's because I was playing on the app, so I don't know if I screwed something up with that. But I hit a button called scene, so I still got to figure out exactly what that does. Then we have a mode light, and we have all these different colors. The orange again, dude's favorite that he can't have. Blue, purple, the classic white, blue, green, and if there's a color you don't want, I'm pretty sure you can get it on the app and set it up that way. Now there's a lot more they do, but we got bigger fish we need to fry now for that Tennessee trip. So this is all we can do today with messing with the different features on these. This might be covered a little more in another video, but if you made it this far, this is Steph's diff. That's what we were working on while we were waiting for it to get dark to finish up with the whips. Oh boy, here's her pinion bearing and all kinds of debris in here. The pin, I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's bent. That's what we figured happened, plus a little extra. We got parts coming. I don't know how much I'll cover that in the video, because the big thing is we just got to get it ready for Tennessee. But yeah, that's what we found. Well, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
How dare you?